Hey there, it's Andrea Nakayama, functional medicine nutritionist, back with our Reframe This campaign. And I'm excited to reframe a question from Micki. And Micki's wondering if we can use the principles, practices, tools, and resources from functional nutrition if we're not working with the big population. So the big population, as I define it, are people who have big health issues and they've already made a big effort. And that's who we see in our clinical practice. But there are also big littles, people with big health issues who have made little effort. There are lots of those, and we need more people who can work with them in these methodologies. And there are little bigs that's who you're talking about, Micki, people who have little health issues and they are really interested. They want to take a big effort. The little littles, people who have little health issues and they don't want to make much effort, that they might not be the right audience for these tools and resources that are really about empowerment. So that's a key word there, empowerment. And that's the reframe I want to make for you, Micki, in terms of how these principles and practices work for that little big. So that person who's really interested, the tools that I'm presenting to you, and I'm going to give you some specific ones to go back to, really do come back to helping them to see how the changes that they make in their diet and lifestyle, so really making diet and lifestyle modification, are fueled by a deeper understanding of what's going on in there. So they're not just making changes because they read it in a magazine or they heard it on a summit or they read a book about it. They're making changes that are appropriate for them. So what you're speaking into is, let's find the right diet and the right lifestyle modifications that are appropriate for your needs and for your particular life. And you can call them whatever you want. You can call it individualized nutrition or individualized coaching, so that you're helping a person find what's true for them. So the resources that I want to point you back towards are the skills section of the functional nutrition matrix. So remember to look through each of those through your lens of understanding the whole person. Even if you're not speaking to them about all that, you're helping to make the right decisions that are sustainable for them through that lens of understanding the whole person. So the skills section of the functional nutrition matrix. Then from there, we can look at the outcome and vision diagram, which is like that rocket ship extension of the functional nutrition matrix, and the keep moving diagram, remembering that the road from A to B is never a straight line. The thing I also want to point out is, even with those little bigs, the people who have a little health issue, maybe a little fatigue or a little bit of weight, and they're interested, they really want to take control of their life, sometimes those people manifest later on with a bigger health issue, becoming a big, or they may have something that's driving them to seek your care now, and there's something underlying that they know isn't quite right that is brewing, and you can catch it and really practice preventative care by working with that particular population. So we do have to remember that this audience isn't specifically motivated unless they're really into their health. So as a contrary to this, I've been working with some patients who have a recent cancer diagnosis. That population is highly motivated to make change. This population that you're talking about, Micki, they may not be as motivated because the issues aren't so dire. So your job is to really make it about them. And that's where you use the tools and the resources of functional nutrition to help them understand where and why these kind of modifications that you're recommending make a difference. And of course, it's really important that when we're talking to this population, that we bring it all back to root cause resolution for sustainable change. And root cause resolution brings us right back to the gut And of course, we are open for enrollment in the Digestive Intensive right now. You can learn more at www.digestiveintensive.com, and class starts tomorrow, Wednesday. We've got hundreds of practitioners, some graduates, some newbies coming together to dive into root cause resolution, and we'd love to have you join us. So again, www.digestiveintensive.com, and if you have a question you'd like me to reframe, please write "reframe this" and your question down below. Thank you. Bye-bye.